What is up, internet? It is I again, that guy again. It's also, is this Pence? Yeah, Pence here too. We're just chilling, we them boys. But yeah, additionally, this is part 7 of the Kingdom Hearts 2 hack through, and we're just straight up vibing today. I've had like 3 energy drinks, so if I sound like a human treadmill that talks, that's probably why. But I digress. Today, I think what the plan is, right? We're gonna probably do 2 things. Maybe I'll do like a little longer episode today. I really don't know yet. We'll see. But the gist of it, first we're going to make an auto assembler cheat that's going to take our findings from last episode, the lock-on short pointer and some other stuff, and we're going to make it to where if we lock onto something, then it's just going to go ahead and set their health to 1. So that way, well, maybe we shouldn't make it go to 1. Maybe we should make it go to 0. Because if we keep setting it to 1, then they'll never die. So we'll play around with it, we'll see what works. But to go ahead and do this, we're actually going to piggyback off of our pointer convert cheat. And actually, we're going to do it a different way. Let's do this. We're going to go around. We're going to actually go onto the lock on short pointer. Wow, that's hard to say. And we're going to set a breakpoint. We're going to say break on right. Yep. And then we're going to go find something to lock onto. We got to go fight something, I think. Oh, we be lagging. The lag is a little evident in the recordings, I think I've noticed, but it's not like the worst thing ever. Bro, it's like taking a minute. Okay, there we go. I like how I said that, and then it was the worst thing ever for a moment, but that's okay. I just want to fight somebody real quick. There we go, challenge him. Alright, so we're gonna defeat Cypher. We're really just gonna press the R key to lock onto him, and now we know. So this is where, yeah, this is where it moves, and then if we look at the XMM0 register, let me just see some real quick. We're gonna check it as an 8-byte value. Ah, bada bing, bada boom. So right there. And so this would actually be a perfect place to inject that at. Honestly though, let's do this. Delete breakpoint, right? We're gonna just step into a few things. We're just gonna keep going. Oop. Step out. Yeah, I just want to go to the end of this function pretty much. Like it'd be like probably right here. We can inject that, would be good. Yeah, I'd probably want to inject right there. Okay, sick. So yeah, here's what we'll do, right? We don't have any breakpoint set. We're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna press, well, let's press Control A. It's an easier way to get to auto assemble. And then we'll say template. Let's do cheat table framework code so we can turn it on and off. Code injection. And then, yeah, that's exactly where we want to inject at. Perfect. This is exactly what we want. All right, sweet. So what we're gonna want to do is, sorry, I'm having a moment. Okay, cool. So where we're at right now, yeah, there's no registers that are preserved with what we need, so we'll just pull it from the actual memory address, right? So we know that this is the memory address that holds the 4-byte lock-on short pointer. So for new mem, we'll have some pushes and we'll have some pops that we'll do, but for right now, we need this value into the RCX register or ECX register so that we can go ahead and use it or put it into the, what would you say? Put it into the function to get the short pointer converted to a long pointer. Sorry, I'm a little hype right now, man. These energy drinks got my thinking going like crazy. Ooh. But anyway, so after we push that RCX value, we're going to want to go ahead and move into ECX, the value stored. And actually, I'm going to do something different. We're going to say XOR RCX, RCX. We make sure the whole register is zeroed out first, because we're only moving into the lower 4 bytes of the C register, this value, right? The value stored here. And we do have to put quotes around the process name for autoassembler, or else it will just give you an error. So the thing that we're going to have to check next, though, is we're going to have to see if the value stored in ECX is 0 or not, right? So we're just going to say comp ECX 0. And then JE jump if equal, or you could do JZ jump if 0, right, in this case, but we'll just say JE because it's a little bit more easy to read if you ask me. This is where we need to have a label, right? And honestly, let's see, usually what I do is I'll just say like label original or OG code exit. It's easier to type, right? OG code exit. So we're just going to jump OG code exit. Or actually, sorry, I was trying to say like original code exit, but that's not. Yeah, we'll say new code exit. Yeah, I like that. New code exit's better. It makes more sense. Sick. New code exit. Boom. So now if it's 0, it's just going to jump over here to the new code exit, which is going to pop all of our registers so we don't, cause issues. And then if it is not equal to 0, if we actually found something, then here's where we're going to want to actually kind of want to check something real quick, right? So let's do this. Let me just copy all this just in case. And I'm going to put it into a little notepad tab, new notepad, just in case we lose it. Because I'm going to go in pointer convert, and we're going to say, what is it, change script? Yeah, change script. Sick, we didn't lose it. Because I really just want to see a couple things. Like, so we're taking the short at 0, and we called this one to convert short to long. So this converts short to long. But before we just copy paste that and throw it in here, we need to check something, right? We need to go over here, and we need to, let's place a breakpoint real quick. Run, let that hit, step out. That's where we're calling it, right? So we're going to just do, because we want to see what registers are impacted by this function. It looks like register A and register C. It's exactly what we want to see because we just have to preserve A and C, which makes sense because, C is the parameter, A is going to be the, what would you say, like result? Yeah, the return value. Yeah, the return value. That's the official phrase. So here, we'll just put another push at the top there. Put another pop at the bottom here. All right, perfect. All right, so now we're going to throw something here. Just put a not call structure, a call instruction there. And actually, I might just check something to be sure because I think we had a problem with this last time. Okay, yeah, you just call it like that because, yeah, when we tried it last time, we had it calling the value stored at that address in memory, which was an invalid pointer that caused a problem. But yeah, so at this point, we're going to have in the A register, we're going to have the, what would you say? The 8-byte pointer, yeah, the regular pointer referring to the entity we're locking onto, if we are locking onto an entity, right? And so since that's going to be what we have, it's a 5CO offset that leads to another pointer for the stat page. So we already have RCX and RAX preserved. We may as well just say move RCX, right? The value stored at by RAX plus 5C0, right? And then I'm also going to say here comp RCX 0, jump 0, new code exit, right? Because I believe every entity should have a stat page, but we honestly don't know. So if we find an entity that has a null pointer there, where it just isn't going to work, then this would crash basically if we didn't include that catch. So we might not need it, but it's safer than sorry if you don't know if you need it or not, basically, right? But we also know that from a 0 offset on the, what is it? A 0 offset on the stat page is the current health. It's a 4-byte integer, right? So at this point, let's see, we would just say move, yeah, the value stored at RCX. I'll say 0. And actually, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way because I want it to know for sure that we're moving a 4-byte value there, right? We don't want any confusion. And there's probably a specific instruction I could put on there, but I don't feel like looking that up, right? We already have 2 registers saved, so we may as well just go ahead and move into EAX 0. And then from there, actually, there's a quicker way. If we do that, it's slightly quicker. It's not really going to matter, but that XOR register by itself sets it 0, the whole register, and it's a little quicker, so may as well, right? And then, yeah, this is looking perfect. Okay, so now we'll just move the value stored at by RCX, which is the pointer to the stat page, EAX, which is a 4-byte register, and it should be 0. And that's going to execute whenever we lock onto something new. It's going to set its health to 0. Sweet, I think this is perfect. So we're going to go ahead and assign it to the cheat table. We're going to see if it works or not, right? let's see. Oh, not change script. I wanted to name it. And we actually don't need this anymore. So we're going to rename it. I guess like one hit lock on. That's the best name I could think for it. Just drag it up near the top, make our lives easier. And then we're going to get rid of all of our breakpoints. I don't think we should have any more. Sweet. And then go ahead and run the game. Let's pause it. Let's enable our one hit lock on. Let's see if we crash. Oh fuck. And it works. It works. So in the first 10 minutes of this video, y'all, 10 minutes, we have a cheat that allows us to basically one hit anything in the game that we want to. Just like that. So let's go around a little bit more. I'm trying to remember what we're supposed to do exactly. I think we go to that mansion or something, right? Maybe. Because we just beat the struggle fight last episode. Alright, we'll talk to Olet. Find out more, take care. Station Plaza. Alright, bet. I think that's up here. Yeah, Station Plaza. Sick. Oh. Forgot how to get off. What's up, Hainer? Oh yeah, we gotta go mess with the 7 wonders, bro. Man, Roxas's part takes so long in this game. We're on part 7 of this hack through. Still Roxas. Still chilling as Roxas. Alright, sweet. Thanks, man. Yeah, we're just gonna go away, find all these wonders, try to speed run the wonders. I mean, maybe there's some cool hacks we can do with the wonders, right? Like, maybe there's some stuff I'm overlooking. But I don't know, bro. Just trying to get to the meat and potatoes. Like, who's trying to watch a hack through where the guy's just making mods? Or like the dog that you chase is unmasked. Like, who's gonna watch that, right? Maybe, I don't know. Trying to get these wonders out of the way. This one might be fun because it's gonna like one hit KO the dude. And actually, I'm tempted to. Oh, I think we have scan, but haven't equipped it. That'd be pretty cool though. Just like that. Alright, so yeah, abilities. I want to see what it's like when I just destroy these fellows. Oh, there's my mouse. Before I started recording, I thought my mouse was broke, and I was just like, what the f... Because I'm kind of low on funds at the moment, and it's like, I don't have the money to just be going to Best Buy and buying a mouse. Alright. Boom, immediate 0 health. Although I think these VVs are at 0 health to begin with anyway. Dang, bro. Honestly, there's a different way we could have made the one-hit cheat where we could have made it to where, like, every time something takes damage, if it's not the player character, just kill it, but it's like, eh. Kind of like the lock-on one better anyway, because it's like you can choose which enemies to use it on. You don't have to use it on every enemy. But it's like, I don't know, you could also disable the cheat. Alright, so I'm thinking, let's see, we did the stairs, we did the waterfall thing, we did the VVs, we are about to go do this one. Are there even any more mysteries for us to chase? The mansion maybe? But that's, yeah, we'll just go to the mansion. Alright, so we just gotta stop the bag from moving. I wonder if that did anything. No? Okay. The trick to this is to just keep smacking the, in this case, F button, You know, if you're playing like the regular game on PlayStation, it'll be triangle, as it should. It feels so weird seeing the green triangle there. It's like, yeah, press the triangle button, but it's actually F. And you see like F. I don't know. Just so strange. I guess because I grew up with this game. Alright, cool. So we got that done. I want to say that there's no more mysteries for us to take on in this part of town. Pence, can we leave? Can we go do other things? I am lost. Well, not really, but like... Alright, cool. The front... Oh, the wall. The wall, bro. I hate that wall. That wall sucks so bad, bro. You know, we'll do the wall, and then I'm gonna try something. Because I'm curious. There's something that's been sitting in my mind for a minute. And like... You know what? I think I remember. I think it was like... Wasn't it? So I'm thinking of like the start of the... Oh wait, wrong place. The start of those entities, right? Like the first 4 bytes. And if I remember correctly, I think it's just like the first 0... Or the, what would you say? The first 4 bytes is just like a 4-byte pointer. Like a self-referential 4-byte pointer. Alright, so... Gotta search the back wall. I used to hate this as a kid. Because I didn't know the trick. The trick is to just block. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, as a child that used to take me like 5 minutes. Because I didn't realize you could block the balls. I thought you just had to dodge them. I used to also really just like dodgeball as a kid, so maybe that's it. The ghost train. Bro, we gotta go all the way back over here. Back to find the ghost train. Yo, wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. We could find XYZ coordinates actually, I think. Wait, did we already find that? No? Dude, okay. Okay, we'll do that here in a second. I forgot that we exist in a simulation in this game, a 3-dimensional simulation, and things have position, scale, and rotation, right? So like we can manipulate that. It's really a question of how big the entities are, and it's like how can we get a list of entities? Like, alright, so I wonder, right? Like, is there any way for us to actually get a list of entities? I know we were able to lock onto stuff and find things that way. Let me just browse this memory region here. B990. And you know, so like right here, right? Let's do this. 4 bytes. Yeah, this is a 4-byte pointer. I bet it's gonna lead us to the same exact thing too. Here, short to long. Oh no, this is something different. We've never followed this before, maybe. What the? Okay, it's curious. Huh, BB98? What? Here, I just want to see where in the world we were. Okay, yeah, B990, right. So like, just to make sure our cheat engine sees it. Alright, so this is where it took us to. This is where it wants to. Okay, so this is a pointer that just goes to something else. There's just a bunch of pointers here, man. I kind of wonder what this is. Oops. This is code, I think. You can tell because it just looks like crazy stuff. Yeah, this is code. Does it get called? No? What? What's this? Ooh. Is this anything of use? Anything of note? Maybe, maybe not. Just changing so quickly. Oh well. So, if we go back to, yeah, B990 was the entity. We want to see if we could find maybe like an XYZ coordinate for bro. Easiest way is just start moving, bro. And honestly, that's probably rotation because it's like 0.93, 0.36, da 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 da. That's this. 0.93, 0.36. Just looking at these as floats. Oop, X, Y, Z maybe. Hold up. There we go. Okay, there we go. I think that's gonna be what it is. So honestly, the easiest way in my opinion to get the offset sometimes is just type that subtraction out, go to your calculator, and just smack it in your calculator, because then it's going to give you the hex, and you can just boop. All right, hex 70 offset. So what we'll do is we're going to go to Sora entity, and it might not be what we think it is, but we're going to try something, right? Copy paste. Don't adjust anything yet. All right, we're going to just change this to X position. Yep, we're going to make it a float, and it's going to be plus 70. Okay, that looks about right. What if we did, I think it'd be what, like 6 E's right before that? No? Alright, we're just gonna say 70, because that looks about right. And then we'll just copy paste, find X, replace with Y, just address before, boom, there we go. Copy paste, change Y to Z, adjust by 4, there we go. Alright, so that looks pretty legit, right? If we lock Y, it don't do nothing. Don't do no thing. No thing at all. Maybe that's not the Y position. Let's change that to like 830. Does that do anything? It looks like it would. But when we set it, nothing happens. Let's see. Find out what writes to this address. What? Move 10 to ECX. No, I gotta see the disassembler of this. This is too crazy, bro. What? What the heck? Move data from string to string. Oh. This is some kind of like, I don't really understand these. I think this is a SIMD instruction or something. I really don't know. Ain't got no clue. But it's doing some weirdness, and that's okay. It's okay. We can try something. Let's see. Let's try to search for a float in the right process. First scan. Cool. 15 values. That makes our life easy, right? So, and it's actually changing, so we're just going to do that a little bit. And then let's walk away. Let's walk over this way for a little bit. Alright, 12 values. Sick. Okay. So, now we're looking at one that's like 90. Well, it would be like AOO. Yeah, so that's the one we were looking at. I almost kind of wonder something, right? Like if I set this to 0. Oop, can't set that to 0. Can't set it to 2. The game catches it, so it's not that one. Set this to 2. No, 3. No, game catches it. Alright, cool. So it's not these two. We know it's not that one. I'm just really trying stuff, honestly, with y'all. I don't know if this is even going to do anything. Ooh, you know what? I have an idea. Here, if we go back to these weird instructions we didn't understand, put a breakpoint there, right? So it's like, we know BAOO is like roughly where we're looking. Browse this memory region. Break on right. Idea. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything here that leads me to what I'm looking for. How very strange. But if I had to guess the reason that it's having difficulty with like overriding it, maybe it's something to do with those instructions. Or maybe we just don't have the right values or something. I mean, we can definitely see what we're looking for. We just can't much set it.
Yeah.
Let's browse this memory region some more. What's this pointer? Oh, float with a big ass number? Packs. Just tried setting some stuff to 0. Let's load a room and see if that did anything. I'm just curious. We might not find anything too cool or useful this go around. Alright. So, I mean, we have a read-only XYZ position for some reason. It's just so strange that it's read-only. Like, it really makes you wonder why exactly it is so read-only. Like, if we... Let's go walking around a little bit, right? Nothing else seems to update. Interesting. And there's a bunch of other pointers here, too. Then there's this that's another 4-byte pointer. B890. Was that the self-referential? No. B890, I feel like that's where it's going to lead to, but let's see. I keep getting distracted, but we really need to find some kind of method to... You know what? I know what we'll try to do. So, because we want to find all the loaded entities, basically, if we can. And so if we go to browse this memory region, we're just going to put something here, break on access, right? All right, cool. And then we'll delete that breakpoint. This is going to call on every entity, we would assume. So we'll say like, find out what addresses it accesses, and then we run. Cool, 11 addresses, right? Control H, Control H. Oh no, my whole thing is frozen. I pray for my poor computer. I hope the recording didn't just like glitch out right then. I guess we'll see how that goes. But anyway, so yeah, we got a bunch of these, and I think we looked at it before and we're able to decipher that these are all independent entities. But actually, you know what? So something we could look at, this executes on all entities, right? This code. We just got to find what it loops on. And maybe this might be easier. 3BF, 13F, right? Let's pull up G-Hydra. 3BF, 1BF. 3BF, 1BF. There we go. Param 148. Right shift, but what the fuck? That's interesting. Okay. Let's try something, right? Because it's either, I mean, that's an if statement. That's not a while statement. There's not really any loops in here that I'm seeing. Yeah. And if it was a loop, then it would be, yeah. So this is actually called by something else that has the loop. It's got to be called by this. That's an else statement while true. Where's the break? Is there a break? Is there no break? Is it just a jump escape? Var 3 equals this. 9CO. Something's interesting here. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. We might have found the base of entities, right? So plus Kingdom Hearts, II, Final Mix.exe. Wait, am I? You know what? That'll work, I think. No, it won't. Okay, oops. It's cool. It's cool. We can just put an E at the end. There we go. Nope, that didn't work. All right, we're just gonna have to do it again. Final Mix.exe. II, Final Mix.exe plus that. There we go. All right, so this is some kind of list, I guess. What is this supposed to be? Sora's entity is 4060. All right. 4060. Okay. 2, 4, 5, 6. No. Well, wait a second. wait a second. 9CO, right? Plus 9CO? Nothing. What? So, okay. So elevator 3 equals this. This is like maybe the base of entities. A90. It's almost like it's saying, so like that is going to equal this. Elevator 3 is a long, yeah, so it's just the pointer. Elevator 4. Elevator 4 equals 0. Okay. It's the first time that just doesn't go through. I'm so confused. Okay, that's fine though. Because a lot of the time, I mean, I'm seeing elevator 4s being set to elevator 3, so maybe it's an A90 offset from, here, let's do this, plus A90, right? Nothing there. Okay, that's cool by me. Let's say, do this, plus A90. There we go, 4-byte pointer. Okay, so from the entity, there's a 4-byte pointer at A90 offset from each entity. That leads to something. I'm hoping it's not like that leads to the next entity and then that leads to the next entity and then, you know, because I mean, it could be the case, but that would be so messy and I don't understand why they would do it like that. Huh. See some pointers, I see. Bro, is this the next entity? Plus A90. Wait a second, minus A90 plus 5CO. Okay, that would make sense for that to be 0 because it wouldn't have a stat page, maybe. It would be like an NPC. What the fuck? Dude, there's no way. There's genuinely no way that it's like a recursive list. Or not a recursive list, but like a linked list of entities. Why would they? I mean, maybe there's a reason for them to do it like that. I don't understand why you would. Here, let's just go ahead and take off our breakpoint here. 8830. Dude, this is exactly, this is like some kind of linked list. Because if I do minus, what is it, minus A90? Huh? What did I do? What did I do? Oh, 2900. Yeah, there it is, 1E70. 1E70. Yeah, so this is interesting. Okay. And so I guess at a certain extent, it's going to reach 0 though. Like it would just be 0. That's just interesting. That's just interesting. I mean, I'm wondering why they would do it that way. So I guess the next idea would be for us to figure out how exactly we're going to, what would you say? I mean, go through and make our entity viewer. It's not going to be that hard. The only thing about it is, though, is it's like we're going to have to find some kind of way to go backwards in that list. Dude, there's no way this is a linked list. There's physically no way that this is a linked list. I mean, I guess, dude, I guess it is. Over 4 equals over 3. If that, then over 5 is what counts the amount of entities in the thing. If that, dude, what the fuck? Okay. Well, you know what? We've been going for like 34 minutes at this point, so I'm going to leave you guys a cliffhanger for next time. We found out that there's a linked list using the 4 bytes short pointer at A90 offset from each entity, right? If it's 0, there's no entity, no next entity. If it's non-zero, then that's the short pointer leading to the next entity. So next episode we'll make an entity viewer cheat. We'll do some fun stuff there. If you guys are able to get one made by the next episode and throw it on the internet, I'll be cool with that. I think that's pretty cool. But if not, I'll show y'all how to do it too. Anyway, I appreciate y'all's time and see you soon. Thanks.